I rise today in support of a select committee to investigate the weaponization of the federal government, something I have a lot of experience firsthand. And despite the deep state's repeatedly attempts to stop me, I stand before you as a duly elected member of the United States Congress and tell you that a deep state exists and it is perhaps the strongest covert weapon the left has against the American people.
This is Ryan Zinke, former Trump official, now congressman. He's about to tell you what the deep state's up to, but if you listen close and replace the word liberal with right-winger, you'll see he's giving the Republicans' game away.
There is no doubt the federal government deep state coordinates with liberal activists and uses politicians and willing media to carry their water. The deep state runs secret messaging campaigns with one goal in mind: to increase its power to censor and persuade the American people. Dark money groups funded by liberal billionaires and foreign investors funnel money to shell organizations and repeatedly attempt to destroy the American West. In many cases, they want to wipe out the American cowboy completely.
Okay, cowboy, if the deep state existed, how the hell would you be standing there, elected into office, making a speech about how deep the state is? This imaginary cabal is whatever, whoever, wherever Republicans want it to be, whether the GOP's in the majority or not. They have no good policy ideas, but they also know their base historically doesn't trust the government. So why not play along and say a bunch of power-hungry bad actors have infiltrated our government? Better yet, our most trusted institutions.
The security state believes itself to be above the Constitution and the laws passed by Congress. Or perhaps the belief is only tacit. It is aware only of power, not authority, power. The FBI spied on Frank Sinatra, John Lennon, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Muhammad Ali because they were national security threats. Celebrities, but everyday Americans as to their constitutional rights.
There are enough cynics like these two Republicans I just showed you in federal government who have played this floating conspiracies game long enough that they have built a coalition of true believers, and enough time has passed that some of these true believers are now elected officials.
Here in the news, we're just finding out about the situation with FTX and the cryptocurrency. So is American people's taxpayer dollars going to fund aid in Ukraine, but yet it's really funding something else that's happening, maybe ending up in Democrat donors' pockets? Was that helping Democrat campaigns?
You look at the legislation, all of it is Green New Deal nonsense. All of it is modern monetary theory. We just print more money. We just get farther into debt. It doesn't really matter. Just keep on spending. That is all taking place. But no, if I were to go in a committee room and start talking about liberal world order, they'd say, "Oh, you're crazy. There is a conspiracy theory. Go get your tinfoil hat, Lauren."
So now you have a party that says the FBI targeted both MLK Jr. and the January 6th rioters because they were national security threats. So the FBI should leave violent insurrectionists and nonviolent activists alone. I thought the cynical knuckleheads who took the 2020 election lies too far would have woken up to the January 6th realities that they helped foment and started to behave. But the conspiracy game is a long game that lets Ryan Zinke, Dan Bishop, Ted Cruz, Kevin McCarthy, and others keep their powerful, lucrative jobs. So the number one threat to the United States isn't going to be domestic terrorism this year, kids. It has to be the deep state.
The committee will also seek to discredit law enforcement like the FBI, who are so important in the fight against domestic violent extremism. Republicans in Congress just don't care. The greatest terrorist threat to our country comes from violent right-wing militia groups and their sympathizers, and Republicans in Congress just don't care.
Hey guys, let me know what I should talk about next in the comments. Keep the hope, and I'll see you in the next video.